Hey guys, Amber Button here. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos and learning a lot of tips for creating a couch box. So I created my own and I just wanted to share that here with you guys. What it is a portable kind of art station because I have a chronic illness and I know many of you do, as we chatted about it in the different groups. And so sometimes we can't stand for hours on end creating art. We can't be in the studio, can't stand up for a long time. So we need to do a way to do art on our couch or a bed. I talked to someone who makes a little fort in her bed for art, which is awesome. Also, maybe it's cold in your studio. Maybe you just want to sit on the couch, totally fine. Or I had a friend who's going on a trip and I told her to pack a toolbox of art stuff. So this is an old toolbox that I used to use back when all of my art supplies I owned fit in this, which is crazy now to me. Now, I know people buy those fancy kind of fabric caddies from Joann's or Michael's or wherever. Those are awesome, but just a tip, if you go into the tools section of like Walmart or Kmart, somewhere Target, they have the same thing in purple, just like this, and it's for tools, but it's exactly the same thing for $12. You can always find the same thing. I mean, a lot of the time, you can find the same thing in the tool or health and beauty section, and it's half the price. They always want to charge more when they call it an art supply, so just a good tip there. So here's my box. It has these little nifty top holders. Here I have Faber-Castell gelatos. Love gelatos. You've probably seen all my gelato videos. You know I love them. This side I have a Tim Holtz blending tool and pads here. And here's a makeup sponge. Another tip, health and beauty section, half the price, twice as much in a bag than in the art section. Water-soluble oil pastels. These are Portfolio. I also have some Van Gogh brand here from Dick Blick. Open it, and the toolboxes are top heavy, just beware. Has this little cool tray. Now, I did splurge finally and get the actual, I don't know what you call these, texture combs, Martha Stewart from Joann's. I've been using my homemade ones forever, but I finally splurged. So they're rubber, great for jelly prints or whatever texture. Okay, so in here I have a mini mister, because the giant water bottle wouldn't fit. I have my Dick Blick's preferred card, which I use for painting, as you can see. And then I have a bunch of random stuff. I have a lot of pens up here. I have my Pitt pens, big stamper one in here too, all my paint pens. These are Painter's brand because they're cheap, and I found out that actually I like them better than Sharpie paint pens. Surprise. Glue stick. And then my favorite pens are in here. Well, I have a palette knife and a popsicle stick too, but I also have my favorite pens and pencils. Uniball Signo Broad White Pen, only white pen I've ever liked. Uniball Signo 207 pens. They write on everything. The G2 Pilot pens. They are awesome because when you add water, they bleed, so it gives you an arty look. And then a couple Faber-Castell HB and 2HB pencils, a Stabilo Marxall. And then one of those blending stump thingamajiggies. Yes, I said thingamajiggies. And then a pencil sharpener, a good one, because I've noticed that the Stabilo will break up into a million pieces unless you use a metal pencil sharpener. And like a moldable eraser, regular eraser. So that all fits in the top section. And then you pull it off. And see, I've packed it full. These are from Joann's, and they're dollar bin, and they're awesome. Little, I don't know how big they are. 5 by 7 inch pads. This one is for oil and acrylic. This is for watercolor, so it's nice because it's hard to hold like a big canvas or big paper on your lap. So these are awesome. And then I got some random, well, here's some tags because I like making tags sometimes. And then here's some random kind of collage pieces. This is just ephemera, like old papers and music, sheet music on top. This is a lid from a gel medium. I use it for a palette because it's little and easy. My Neocolor crayons. Love those too. And then I saw people on these videos use these fancy little canisters from Joann's, and I looked and they're like $20 for a pack of 12 or something. Ridiculous. This is Gladware from the, Tupperware section at Target or Walmart. Interlocking lids, Gladware little tubs. Half a cup, I think. These are awesome. They can be washed out, and they're $2.57 for 8 of them. So please you know, it's always awesome to be creative about your tools and your storage and not spend $1 million. You want to spend that on your fancy art supplies that you need, like gelatos, not on Tupperware. So this one is gel medium. It's Liquitex, I think. I just put it in here. And this is gesso. It's Liquitex too, I think. So I just put them in here and labeled them. And maybe sometimes I'm also made some of these that are on my shelf of black gesso, clear gesso, modeling paste, extra heavy gel medium. So I can always switch them out if I know I'm going to be working with the other ones. They're ready to go. They just won't fit all the time. Okay. This is an empty gel medium container. That's what the lid was for. I use this as my water cup when I'm painting, so recycle. And inside is my washi tapes, my favorite ones, and some lids from sodas or whatever that I use for making circles, my mark making tools. I just lost that one. Awesome. Okay. Distress ink. This is the only color I own, so that's why it's in there. It's brown. I have this. I got these at Joann's. Actually, a whole pack of them was like $3, and the top was like needlepoint, which I don't want that, so I cut it. And what I'm going to do is I can put paint with a little bit of water in here and make cool drips on my art journaling or whatever. Awesome. Okay. Scissors. I need Ranger Tim Holtz scissors. I have those now. These are little embroidery thingies. I don't know what you call them. I don't embroider or sew to save my life, but they're awesome for stamping and paint. I absolutely love it. I can't really fit stencils in here, so I just put some Punchinella and some kind of cut up chicken wire stencils and whatever would kind of fit on the side. These are rubber stamps. I have a lot more rubber stamps, but these are the ones that I use the most because they're kind of background texture, script, checkerboard, text, circles, kind of, they're all either Delusions or Tim Holtz. Brushes. I found that my favorite brand of brushes is this one, and of course there's paint over the handle. I can't see what the brand is. Well, if you use it enough, maybe you know. Oh, Simply Simmons. That's my favorite brand now. But I have all different brushes in here. And a ruler. Hopefully I'm not making everything out of camera. That would be awesome. Ink. I have all different kinds, but Black Magic is the one I use the most. I have all my stuff on my shelf in these little boxes or bins. So if I want my spray inks, I can just grab the box and it's ready to go. So I didn't need to put them in here. My husband is a nerd, and so is my son, and they play Magic cards. And so whenever they have extra ones, they give them to me to make artist trading cards, as you can see here. So they're there. And here's some that I have backgrounds ready to go, artist trading cards. My 3x5 jelly plate, just because it would fit. And I use it for stamping and for backgrounds sometimes, or for making tags or artist trading cards. My favorite ink, archival ink, permanent, so you can add water on top, doesn't mess it up. And then a Delusions, what do you call this, stamping block. I use it to stamp my jelly print plate down, actually, and for the stamps. And that's it, it's empty. And I also, if you've noticed in my videos, my table, everything, I never put anything down when I paint. So this used to be one of those regular Fiskars self-healing mats I painted on. So I use it kind of as my work surface on my lap. That's about it. And I always can switch it up. If I know the project I'm doing, I can grab something else. But this is kind of the basics. And I know if you're thinking but I like everything exactly where I want it in my studio. Here's the thing. If you're creating in your studio, if you're feeling better, you can always just take this art box, set it on your table, and then grab other supplies as you need it. So I think it could work no matter what. It's just handy having it around. And then if I ever go on a trip, I can always just grab it and take it with me. So that's about it. Just wanted to share my little couch box with you. Have a great weekend.